Hey guys, just thought I'd make a quick video here. I got asked earlier today what got me into personal finance, and I've just been thinking about it all day and thought I would share it with you. If you knew me a few years ago back in college, my college friends and roommates would tell you that I spent money like crazy. I worked like crazy. I worked a lot of hours, but I spent every dollar that I had. I would eat out 2 or 3 times a day. I would go and buy whatever I wanted, and at the time I weighed about 300 pounds. I honestly, I kind of just cared about eating and spending money and just enjoying what money brought me, right? It wasn't until eventually I had gotten married and had a couple of kids that I started to really realize how important this finance thing was. I came to a point where I became an instant dad. I married a single mom, and we had a baby right away. So 2 children in 1 year for me, which was crazy. And I'd bounced between a couple different jobs, not really having anything too solid. So we had no savings, no money. And it came to a point where we weren't going to make rent. And I had to look at my PS5 and say, I guess I got to sell this thing. So I had to sell my PlayStation, which was, wasn't that hard of a decision. If I had to choose my family or PS5, the decision is easy. But it made me realize just how ridiculous I'm being. I just have to say that if behavior is a language, then what is your spending saying about you? And for me, if I was a third person, right, and I took all this person's money and I ate it all and I spent it on random things that didn't matter and just kind of said, you know what, the future is way off. It doesn't matter. You'd probably say that I hate that person. And quite frankly, I did. If behavior's a language, I was hating myself. I didn't see my own worth. And I want you guys to know that, yeah, this is hard stuff. But once you can own the path that got you to a place, you can own the path out of that place. And the other part of this is that once you understand, there was a lot of hard decisions that I had to make to work on my personal finance. And something about grit and being a gritty person is that grit is not summoned, it's earned. And so those decisions are going to be really, really hard at first, especially. And they will always be a little hard. But each time you make a conscious choice to budget, to save, to not spend, to find a cheaper alternative, whatever, you end up being a little more gritty because you're earning that grittiness. So the three things I wanted to share with you today is if behavior is a language, then what does that say about you? And for me, personal finance taught me that I hate myself. I hated myself. I learned through personal finance that I can be a better, stronger person for myself and for my family. I learned that even though I got to a place, if I can own on how I got there, I can own a path out. And that path out was for me is getting good at personal finance. So that's why I'm so interested in this stuff, because it's not about money. It's about the lessons I learned through money. And I encourage you guys to, get an emergency fund, set up a budget, pay off your debts, start investing, prepare for your children's future, because you love your children, you love your family, you love yourself, right? If you don't, maybe that's something you should explore. Yeah, guys, honestly, if I can make progress with my personal finance, I know you can do it too. So guys, you got this.